Hey guys, it's V. Welcome back to the farm. I am 2 weeks behind on vlogging, so I wanted to make a really short video really quick and let you know what we've been up to. Normally when you go to watch a vlog and somebody says, sorry, I haven't made a video in a couple weeks, I've been so busy, they go and show you what they've been doing and it doesn't really look like much. Maybe it's because they have kids or other work obligations, but that is not the case for us. Over the last 2 weeks, we have been working on growing our business. We hired an employee. We made over a space on the farm for that person to work. And we had a really big, exciting day where we had DEBRA Prinzing out to the farm, and she asked us to be on the Slow Flowers podcast. My name is Vanessa, and I'm growing a cut flower farm in Edgewood, Washington, Zone 8B. In 2017, I started growing cut flowers in my grandfather's garden to aid him in a romantic endeavor. And now, with the help of my partner, we're building a business and a community around the local flower movement in our little corner of the Pacific Northwest. Welcome to Pops. Got a handful of stuff here that I need to take out to that new space I just mentioned, and I want to show it to you. The new space I'm taking you to started out as just a garden shed, and it was full of junk. And I did record a bunch of video of us making over this space, but I just never had a chance to turn it into an actual video. So I'm just gonna go ahead and reveal it to you right now. Put those things down. So we have this garden shed, and we needed to make a place for our new employee, our new designer, to work. I want her to be safe and I want her to be comfy. So welcome to the new flower studio. So this new space is a production space, and this is where our new designer will be doing all of her work. I'm pretty sure I have a couple of clips of the before and during, and you just saw the after, and I'm gonna throw them in right here. So we got it all cleared out. We went ahead and bug bombed it because we want our employee to feel comfortable in the space. So it is ready for paint if I get to that. Hopefully I do. But it's a nice clean slate. And then out here we got all the junk moved into the garage. I have a few miscellaneous things to pick up. And then we went ahead and put some wood chips around the border. Farm husband is waging war against the morning glory. She has done for me for years and years, even at grandpa's. So we got this little wood chip border, which isn't much, but I think it helps set the tone a little bit. Helps you see what it's gonna look like a little bit in the future when we get it all finished, but for now it's a start. We also got our most used tools, and if you hear something, it's the cooler. Our most used tools hung up on the outside of the shed. I'm really excited. I think it looks really cute. Normally I like to use the inside of a building to store things so things look clutter-free, but in this case, like I said, we're repurposing the shed for our new employee to be our little flower studio, so the tools had to go somewhere. All right, I'm starting to get a little bit of a feel of what this is gonna be like when we're done, and I'm getting really excited. I'm pretty happy with how the space turned out. We still have to kit it out, so to speak. So I'm gonna be adding some utility type furniture out here and tools and everything that the new designer is gonna need to work in this space. One of the things I love most about the garden shed though is the view out the front door, which is directly behind you. So I'm gonna turn the camera around and show you. Isn't that lovely? Of course, we have a lot of landscaping type work to do till it looks like $1 million, but just to see all the blooms and the bees and the birds, it's just great. So for those of you that don't know, we operate a CSA and a farm stand already, and that really takes up all of my time. So I know our customers want to be able to order from us just about any time for delivery just about any time. That's kind of like the modern expectation that consumers have now. But the truth is, I did not have time to do that. I didn't have time to take those custom orders or deliver those custom orders or make those custom orders. So it was really important that we brought in more labor. And I'm very happy to say that we found someone I think is going to be a perfect fit for our farm and for the position. Her name is Anna, and I'm going to introduce you guys to her as soon as I can. All right, there we go. Some of the stuff I've ordered for this space is starting to come in and get delivered. One of them is this Lazy Susan. If you don't design with a Lazy Susan, you're missing out. You should definitely give it a go. And then up on the board, I am gonna need to get a nail or something to hang this on, but we ended up getting a calendar so that we can have our designer keep track of her work, sort of like a timesheet. And then we put invoices over there so she knows what to build. We've got some tools starting to amass, but we're gonna get this fully kitted out and I cannot wait to see it. Everything is on order and should be here by Wednesday, which is 48 hours from now. This little detail makes me really happy too. EK stands for Ernest Kaiser, and him and his wife were the first owners of our property. They built it all from the ground up, including the cabin. And we like to honor their legacy here, so I did not paint this in. I actually hadn't even noticed it before until I kind of put the roller over once. And I love the contrast, I love the history and the character, so it definitely stays. So what's left to do in there? I have a few more tools and things coming for our employee, like an apron and her own set of snips, things of that nature, floral supplies. I also have shelving coming where we can display all of our vases for our arrangements that we're going to be offering on our online store. And I have a console that I'm going to put under the window where she can put buckets to pull from. And let's see, oh, and a work stool. I'm trying to do everything I can for every single one of our team members to preserve our backs. We are all still young, and farming and floristry is not easy on the body. The garden is tired, but still so beautiful. So, in addition to hiring and training a new designer and building a space for her to work, as I previously mentioned, we've been, operating our CSA and our farm stand, which has been going really, really well. And in addition to all of that, I'm just going to tell you really quick, I'll let you go. I don't want this video to be too long. But I got a phone call from DEBRA Prinzing asking if she could come visit the farm. She actually reached out earlier this year before I met her at the Slow Flower Summit to see if she could come see what we're doing and maybe support us with a purchase. So exactly a week ago today from when I'm filming this video, DEBRA visited the farm. I was definitely nervous, but also just really, really excited. I have to tell you a little bit of backstory. When I first started growing flowers in my grandfather's garden, I immediately fell in love with Florette. This was way back when she did in-person workshops before her seed company had blown up and eons before Magnolia. But I also was a huge fan of the Slow Flowers podcast. Every week I would listen to DEBRA, usually while I was out working in grandfather's garden. And I have this very vivid, very specific memory of being surrounded by weeds in his garden. It was late August like it is now, and I was listening to an episode of DEBRA's podcast, and I started daydreaming about what I would say if I ever met DEBRA, what I would say if she ever asked me to be on the podcast. And I giggled to myself, and I blushed, and I felt silly, and I told myself to stop because I was being foolish, and that was never going to happen. So this week is a testament to something I say over and over again, and it is be determined, be relentless. If you want to do this, you absolutely can. Hearing from DEBRA and having her at the farm felt like a pretty big milestone. I felt really, really flattered just to be on her radar. Look how beautiful the black satin dahlias are today. I can't tell you what it was like when she got here. And she immediately asked me, "Hey, I was wondering if you would be willing to do the podcast." We were standing in the kitchen, she had just arrived, and my jaw about hit the floor. I told her I would absolutely love to. And then she surprised me again and said, "I was wondering if we could just record it today." And I was absolutely shocked, and I said to myself, it's go time. It was a total dream come true to have that experience with her. The interview was so easy. She's so good at what she does. And I found myself with this sort of false, not false sense of confidence as she asked me her questions, and I answered them to the best of my ability. I've gone back and had the opportunity to listen to the episode, and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out all in all. So we are episode number 521. If you want to go back and look at it, you can find it at DEBRAPRINZING.com. The other thing that's happened here in the Pacific Northwest that I'm not entirely stoked about is that the weather changed. Summer just kind of went away. Our temperatures are back down into the low 70s, at the most 60 degrees, and we're having like 48 to 54 degree nights. So that's what's been going on. Thanks for hanging out with me today while I filled you in and revealed our new studio and shared a little bit about dreams coming true with the Slow Flowers podcast. Again, if you want to check that out, it's number 521, DEBRAPRINZING.com. Just click on archives. It'll be right there. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Our next video is going to be the August farm tour. I have already shot it, so you will not have to wait that long. I just need to find time to edit, which I think will be a little later this week. So it'll come out the first week of September, but it was shot in the last week of August. So stay tuned for that. I know some of you guys are here for that type of content and tutorials. There are definitely some really good lessons in this farm tour, so you want to check that out. For those of you that enjoy these vlogs, I hope you liked this video. If you did, be sure to hit like and subscribe and ding the bell to be notified of when our next video drops. Thanks for watching.